All right, everyone, here we go. It's the Twin Flame Journey reading. I thought this would be a fitting time to do it. Right in between the eclipse reading I pulled, right on top of all of that happening. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be pulling on Mercury retrograde, which happens right after the eclipse. We'll talk about Mercury retrograde when we get into that. It's actually a kind of a cool one in a sense. It's my record skipping Mercury retrograde. That's kind of the energy. Again, we'll talk about it in that reading. But I will give you an energy warning here, all right, for those of you who are not fast forwarders and skipping to when cards hit the table. I will give you a little energy warning of be careful not to obsess during this period. If you catch yourself obsessing about something, acknowledge it and say stop it and move on, okay? But we'll talk about Mercury retrograde tomorrow in the big reading there. Right now, Twin Flame Journey. I got one deck for the DF, one deck for the DM. Brand new BMW, 74 Pinto. Let's see where we're at. Let's see what's going on. Let me shuffle for the DF and say this is a general reading. May or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, whoa, you're here for a reason. That's it. We're done. They're flipping out of the deck. And you got a hell of a shuffle because I already saw it. Wow. Those just exploded out of the deck. Anyway, if you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Okay? You are meant to find it. There's a whole playlist of these. You're all moving at different speeds. But if you're here, I'll tell you what. DF. Bottom card is the Love Geese. Here we go with the lovers again. Right? Lovers crossing lovers. We keep getting that. I think we got it twice, didn't we? Once in a 3 card and then once in a I mean, it's crazy town. Jesus or something. We got it somewhere. I don't remember where we got it. Anyway, I don't know. But either way, this is a powerful energy. You know, someone mentioned something about the Lovers card the other day on Twitter. I want to know why it's geese, right? Geese bite, right? They're mean. Well, so is love. Love bites. Def Leppard taught us that back in the 80s. But also geese mate for life, right? They do. You know, yeah, they do bite a little bit. They can. This is soulmate energy on crack. And right here on your base energy, because it flew out of the deck, I already knew it was the Wheel of Fortune. So on the DF side, I got the Wheel of Fortune crossed by the lovers. Holy shit. There's no way to get lovers crossing lovers from the same deck, but this is about as close as I can get. This card used to be called the Choice, right? It's more energy setting up. It's more the universe puts the energy in a way, and you yourself really only have one choice. You either fly south for the winter or you freeze your ass off. Okay? That's really, you know, putting it homespun. That's really the way to phrase it. Sitting on top of a Wheel of Fortune here, which is post-eclipse energy, it's telling me, because the sun's in front of the moon on this card here. Okay? That being said, the energy for you right now, I don't like using the word luck. I hate it, but I use it because you all know what it means. This is serious energy. This is serious. Everything's changing for you, okay? It really is. I don't know what it means in relation to the DM yet. I don't know, because in this reading, it's sort of a you versus them. But you're definitely the object of somebody's attention, affection, thoughts, feelings, all that kind of stuff. And the wind, if we're to phrase it that way, the wind is blowing right your way. All right, the wheel turns everything. Where you've had bad luck with soulmates and meeting people and this energy coming towards you, you're about to have good luck, right? And it doesn't mean that if you've had good luck, you're about to have bad luck, because that's not reversed energy. All right, so that said, let's see where we go. The wheel turns everything. Something's changing here. It doesn't surprise me. Especially with that eclipse, especially with all it's Saturn having sextile with the North Node energy still in play, and the retrograde, my record skipping retrograde. Tell me about the DM side, universe. What's going on over here with the 74 Pinto? The DM side. Note I said that. You know, really, it's true. It's the Emperor at the bottom. So where you got the lovers, they got the Emperor. Yeah, I said you're somebody's focus here. And since this reading is focused on a deep soul connection you have, it could be with your runner, it could be a new deep soul connection that you don't know about. But either way, there's a masculine energy here That is very, very, male or female, it doesn't matter. It's masculine energy. Very, very focused on you. Let's see what's going on here. Let me pull the top card. Yeah, the Hierophant. Yeah. The Hierophant crossed by the Emperor. This is a spiritually awake Emperor. And I said this in a recent reading, might have been the eclipse reading. I said I think this is temporary energy, right? But this is showing them awake. This is showing somebody here that feels this connection. I said somebody here is focused on you, right? I said that. Well, they absolutely are. They're feeling this connection. I got the soulmate connection here in your environmental energy. 2 love geese flying your way, coming together with a wheel of fortune, changing things. What's changing? We have to ask. Well, we go over to the other side and we see someone here with a Hierophant. We see someone who's awake, spiritually awake in relation to this. Now, we also see someone who might be tied up in something else. Could be a marriage or a relationship of some kind. That's possible too. But in relation to the DF energy, somebody here is definitely feeling it. We'll see where it goes. All right, our clarifiers are the forward movement. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. The lovers will come with it. Let's find out where we go here. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to use the little animal deck to clarify yours. All right, let's see. Tell me about the lovers. Well, yeah, I think it primarily wants to talk about the lovers, because that's all I feel here. The Wheel of Fortune's like an afterthought, and that sounds strange to say, because that's a very powerful card. It's a 10 in the major arcana. 10s are the end and dead end that lead to new beginnings. Everything changes in this energy. Let's see where we go. Wheel of Fortune, why is it here? Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? What the hell is going on with my shuffling today? I'm like some kind of shuffling jackass. I'm going to pull 3 cards. The center card is red with the lovers, okay? Crossing that center card is what's at the bottom of this deck. And it's 2 cups. You see what I'm saying? I'm not making this shit up. We can't fucking make this shit up. 2 cups will be crossing whatever that card is. Again, I've got incoming energy. I've got at least somebody temporarily after the eclipse, because we know that during the eclipse, when the sun goes dark, right? We know that they feel a loss. They get to see a lot of clarity. They actually get to see, because it kept giving us the Hanged Man, and in the animal deck, that's a bat. They see really good in the dark, technically. I mean, you know, we say blind as a bat. They operate really well in the dark, right? So they're able to see, if they're in a marriage, how maybe they shouldn't be. Maybe they're, because this guy's sitting alone on the Papasan chair here. He's sitting alone. He got a brand name vibrator, but I don't see anybody coming to take him up on it, right? So they see that, and they also feel this. It's pretty massive. It's 2 soulmates coming together. It's also an indicator when the 2 of Cups, which is technically red with this lovers, when they're in this kind of proximity, this is a very deep connection. This is a very powerful connection. This is a very stubborn Emperor. I can tell you that. What's on top? 7 Wands. You may pick up a lot of, and this is a strange thing to say about the 7 Wands, but it's how the energy is reflecting. I get somebody hiding behind a rock, kind of a thing. You may pick up on spying energy, especially maybe during the Mercury retrograde. You may pick up on a lot of that before someone actually comes towards you. They're going to case the joint out, right? You were going to rob a bank, which you shouldn't do. It's illegal. But if you're going to rob a bank, or rob a store, or rob a house, you would case the joint out for a while. You got to learn what's going on. So that might pick up as well. And during retrograde, I will tell you, that kind of energy can make you paranoid. Be careful. All right? Be careful about that. Don't obsess on it. Don't keep looking over your shoulder and stuff like that. It's spying energy, okay, is a frequency of energy. It's actually a few, but they all play out much the same way on varying levels. One frequency will play out many different ways. Okay, spying energy, it can make you paranoid. It depends how many people are watching, how strong the energy is, and things like that. Technically, I'm getting spied on by all of you. You know, it's spying energy when you watch these videos. It's spying energy for somebody who's on TV when millions of people watch them. That's why you see a lot of paranoid celebrities and stuff. I see them all the time out here. I run into them in the grocery store or see them out and about. They all walking around like somebody who forgot the towel and got out of the shower naked, and they run into the bedroom. Oh, please don't look, like that. You know, not all of them, but the ones that don't control the energy, the ones that let the energy control them, get a little paranoid. It's because of all those eyes on you. It's because of that. You pick up on that, right? I pick up on all of you watching me. I acknowledge it though. I know it. I put a wall around it, so I don't walk around looking over my shoulder all the time. I mention all that because this is very strong. Okay, you're definitely being watched by this energy, no doubt about it. What's the center card? Crossed by 2 cups. Knight of Pentacles. See, that's why. That's what I'm saying. We got 2 soulmates that are already together. Already. According to this energy, absolutely. Already. Somebody's just methodical. I said casing the joint out, didn't I? Right? Why would you case the joint out? You would case the joint out to be methodical, to learn the pattern of the person. Right? If you're going to rob a house, and don't, that's illegal. Right? But if you were going to rob a house, you would want to know, when aren't the people home? When do they come home? What do they do when they're home? When do they go to bed? Does anyone get up to pee every 5 minutes? Well, can't have that. Right? You case the joint out. That's what this is. It's a methodical energy. And I'm right about that 7 wands. What's red with the 7 wands? Knight of Cups. I am definitely right. Somebody casing you out here under this energy right now. This energy is, why? Because they're feeling you on a Hierophant level. Spiritually, deep, 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 deep in the soul. All right? This, and interestingly enough, I mentioned it a little bit ago. The loneliness. There's a loneliness over here, right? Over here, it's going to reflect when you pick up on this energy. The spying energy, if you don't take my advice, might make you a little paranoid, right? You might, what it does to you, you know, you're probably not a celebrity with millions of people watching from TV and shit, running around like you just got out of the shower and forgot your towel. But what the energy can do for you is it can make you second guess yourself. You might second guess, you might be just about to do a tweet or something, right? Or put up a picture on Instagram, or Insta, like the kids call it. You might be doing that, but you'll second guess yourself. Well, should I say that? Should I type that? You start putting up you put up a tweet, you delete it, rewrite it, put it back, you know, that kind of thing. So be careful about that, all right? And again, that ties a lot with the retrograde energy, where I gave you a little friendly warning at the beginning of this video. Don't obsess. Then, you know, you can get a little bit crazy. A little bit crazy, all right? Over here, you're going to pick up on this loneliness energy on their side, aside from the spying energy. You're going to pick up on that, and it's going to reflect as excitement in you. You're going to feel an anticipatory energy. You're going to anticipate this. You'll know. Basically, if it was somebody wanting to rob your house and they were casing it out, you'll know they're out there. You'll swear that they are. You'll know there's somebody out there. You'll call the police come out. You go, there's somebody hiding behind that rock. I know they're there a few times, right? Like that. You'll feel it. You feel like something's going to happen. So just be cool. Like I keep telling you. Just flow with the energy. It's fine. You're picking up on all that because of what's over here, which is a lot of loneliness. That Emperor sitting by himself on the Papazon chair. I will tell you what. I am going to clarify. I started shuffling the wrong deck. Remember, you had the 2 of Cups crossing there. I'm going to clarify. And interestingly enough, I stopped just at the moment the World is here. This is a new energy for this person. Okay? This is very different for this side. Normally, he doesn't care because he's watching the ball game and doesn't care. Yeah, you want to come over. If the DF wants me, they can come get it. I got a name brand vibrator here. They can use that while I watch the game, right? That's not enough anymore. Something's not enough here. The Hierophant tells me that. Hierophant's very spiritual. It's deep. It requires more, right? All right, let's take the little light seer. Let's clarify the Hierophant. The Emperor is going to come with it. Let's go. Let's see where we go here. Tell me about the DM side. So be careful about the spying energy. Always acknowledge it, right? If you suspect somebody's watching you or thinking about you, they probably are. Just acknowledge it and let it go, because it'll eat you alive. Okay? You'll start second guessing everything you put up on social media or whatever. All right? There we go. All right. Here we go. It can make you paranoid. It's tough. You know, you see it a lot with popular people and all that. For some of them, it goes to their head and they eat it up. But for others, it makes them real skittish in public. You know, public figures and stuff. Makes them real skittish. You can come out to California and see them all out here wearing hoods at the grocery store, right? Chill out. It'll drive you crazy. You got to control it. Any kind of And this is popularity energy, right? And it plays out on varying levels. Any kind of popularity, any kind, on any level, you got to be in control of that energy. If that energy starts controlling, because popularity is a bit like money, it's a neutral energy. So it can go negative or it can go positive, right? It can make you turn into an asshole, or it can make you, it can make you feel good about yourself and want to help people more and be, and go out there and do good things. But if it goes negative, if it controls you, right, then negative energy feeds itself, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. That paranoia will grow and grow and grow, right? That type of energy, that popularity energy, is why you see a lot of celebrities, for example, that go to drugs and alcohol and things like that. It's why. The energy is controlling them. They've got a self-loathing inside them. And then you've got the popularity energy, which is creating a paranoia. And so they don't feel worthy, and because they're not controlling that energy, and it's grown out of control, so they just, if all their little demons come out to play at that point. So you always got to control the energies. You don't control what's coming in, but you can control your reaction to it. And you can put up barriers and walls. Tell the universe you don't want it. All that kind of stuff. I'm still shuffling and I'm running out of shit to tell you, but I got to shuffle until I'm not shuffling. The Hierophant and the Emperor. All right? What's going on here? Yeah. Here's your problem. Their center card, you had 2 cups here, right? Somebody casing you out, methodical, right? Crossing the Knight of Pentacles. Whatever their center card is, it's crossed by a Page of Cups, right? Somebody here, this is new. I said it. This is new for this Emperor. Normally this Emperor could sit there and they make up some excuse about how you should come to them, even though they ran from you. And the onus is on them to come in and say, it's not your job. It would be low self-worth for the DF to chase somebody who ran from them. What the hell are you doing? They ran from you. You gotta go chase them. You don't want to convince somebody to be in a relationship with you. It's not a sales pitch. You're not selling a car. What's going on here? What's on top? 9 Wands. 9's at the end in tarot. The wall's getting thin. Somebody here is tired of waiting. I got the Kinks in my head. The band, not some kind of illness. I got the Kinks in my head. I'm so tired of waiting. The song "I'm Tired of Waiting" is ringing in my head. That might mean something to you, even if it's not your kind of music. It came in for a reason. Google the lyrics to the Kinks, "Tired of Waiting," or "So Tired of Waiting," or whatever it's called. Google will figure it out. All right? That's what's going on this side. Because it'll apply to you in some way. Yeah, you're probably tired of waiting. You shouldn't be waiting. But they've actually been waiting, in a way. But the thing is if their karmic debt is to be vulnerable, right? So you might be waiting, but if you show up there, they're just going to treat you like an asshole and be distant and run again. You've let them off the hook about being vulnerable. You just boost their ego, is what I'm saying. What's the center card? The Hangman, yeah. What's holding them back here? There's the Hangman. I just talked about it. I talked about the bat, remember? The bat in the animal deck. I said we've been getting the Hangman in relation to this temporary energy around this person, where when the sun goes dark during the eclipse, they handle themselves. They see very well in that dark, right? They maneuver very well. They can see how shit it is on their side and how much love there is over here, or how powerful this connection is, right? Well, there's the Hangman. There it is. And one of the things they're seeing is this, the Page of Cups. Nervous. Right? My little geek my nerd in a Star Trek uniform, afraid to ask the cheerleader out. Somebody here feels small. They see how small their life is, maybe. They say, okay, oh yeah, that's possible. It can be small, If you don't have real love, if it's just a practical relationship, that's a tiny thing. That's a tiny little world, a tiny little room you keep going around in. What's red with the 9 of Wands, I wonder? The World. Look at that. Randomly at the bottom, when I put that away, I made a point to show it to you where I accidentally shuffled your 2 of Cups away. The World. The World. It's right there. Very important. And those are astronomical odds, by the way, of that happening. The World red with the 9 of Wands. Yeah, this is changing. This wall is not enough. Somebody casing you out. Pay attention to everything I said over here. In the right now, in the energy of right now, I don't see them making any major moves. We need to wait for the eclipse to play out, right? That eclipse energy to play out, meaning the sun goes away, the sun comes back, right? At that point, think of it like a reset. I always think of it like the old Atari video game system, you know, because that's what I had when I was a little kid. We had the Atari 2600 or whatever it is. It had a little button on it called reset, and it was a spring button. In other words, you flicked it and you let it go and it popped back up and reset. That's kind of what this eclipse is. It's sort of the reset button and the video game restarts kind of a thing. We need that sun to go away and the sun to come back. And then, you know, it really is under this new energy. Somebody here definitely has a new perspective on things. But their perspective on themselves is very small in the love department. This is very new to them. I think a lot of these runners, and we get it in the readings all the time, are used to, they did what they were supposed to do, or they're very practically concerned. Very concerned about practical matters more than love matters. I think this connection came in to wake up the love side for them because they are old souls. So they've got a bigger purpose than what they're doing. If you're just, I mean, taking it on the extreme example, if this energy here is just a superficial, materialistic asshole, they got a much bigger soul's purpose than that. That's nobody's soul's purpose. None of that is soul energy. It's nobody's soul's purpose to have a Maserati and a big house and show it all off and a $7,000 couch and stuff. That's all very earthly. It's not. Unless you do something with all that wealth. Now, wealth can be somebody's soul's true purpose. But more likely, they're supposed to do something with it, right? But money is neutral. If you look at money as freedom, that's positive. If you look at money as power, and you can lord it over people, and show them your $7,000 couch and your $200,000 car and your $3 million house, you know, because you want to look like the big man on the Papazon chair. That's not a soul's true purpose. And it's tough for an old soul to live that way, especially when a deep soul connection comes in and you guys have a soul recognition. That's tricky. And then these runners have been stubborn, and I said that earlier, rewind. There's a stubborn energy here, resistance to change. But under this energy, the wall is getting thin. That resistance is getting thin with that Nine of Wands there. And the World, the most powerful card I can pull, tells me that. The energy's changed. The environmental energy around this person's changed. But make sure you pay attention to what I told you over here. Okay? All right? Because this energy will eat you up because it's a slow burn energy. And whenever something's a slow burn, it'll eat you up. It really will. It can. You have to control your reaction to it. Acknowledge it. As long as you know it's there, it's like the devil card in the Witch's Tarot here, which I'm shuffling, right? It's a devil in a dark room, but the light's coming in and it's lit up. You can see it's no big deal, right? Devil energy, negative energy in general only gets you when you don't acknowledge it. When you can actually see it, it loses its effect. Just like the con man. When you can see through the lies and bullshit, the con loses its effect, you know. So, that's it. Do what you want. As always, make your own decisions. I'm pulling 3 cards and a crossing card. What else the universe wants to tell you? I don't know if it wants to talk about you or them, but I've been shuffling the whole time. I've been yammering on. So, let's see. Okay. All right. Well, something's changing. I got a death card at the bottom. It'll be crossing the center card. But this also feels like that reboot energy I just talked about. A little bit. With the reset button, right? You know. It's like that. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. The 4 of Pentacles. Okay, a little fear. Holding back, holding the pentacle. I think they want to talk about this side, but I could be wrong still. What's the center card? 8 Wands. Yeah. Yep. What's red with the 4 of Pentacles? The Empress. Universe correcting me. It's correcting me. I said, under the right now energy, and crossing the 8 of Wands, by the way, is the Death card. Okay, I said under this right now energy, I don't see them making any moves. All right, actually, they are by spying, by that energy of refocused on you. It's encasing out the joint, if you will. They are actually moving forward and making a move. They're pushing past fear. They actually, what the universe is saying here, because this is your energy, the Empress, right? And I got the Emperor and the Empress here. It's a divine couple. I knew that anyway with the Lovers and the 2 of Cups. But because this energy is so attractive, it's so awesome. Even if you're this, where he at? even if you're this scared little boy, right? Eventually, I'll phrase it, I'll go ahead and Steve it up for you. Eventually, the boner won't go down. It gets so hard, you got to do something with it. And sometimes spanking's not enough. That's this kind of energy here. You actually make them brave because it's worth a shot. Even if they don't think they have a shot, it's worth a shot. It's worth it. They can push past, because the Empress is red with the Four of Pentacles. This is a very weak energy in comparison to this. So the universe is saying that everything that's happening right now is actually moving things forward and causing transformation. It's sort of an energy of, well, I'm afraid to go ask the Emperor out because I'm just a little nerd in my Star Trek uniform, but I'm going to do it anyway because if I got a shot at this energy, it tells me how much they feel. It's deep. It's a strong feeling. It really is. And it's very transformative. And if you want proof of that, what's transforming, what they have to fix is that Five of Cups feeling. It's underneath, it's fuel in the Death card, right? What's causing the transformation? What's causing them to take, it might be slow burn, spying type energy, but it does move to something. It is a forward progression. This energy is under this energy, getting a new perspective on things, right? They might be the Page of Cups, but they're going to take a shot because it's winter out here. Right? And you're sitting by the fire. And this is kind of, if you look in the background, it's kind of desolate out there. It's kind of bad. So at the end of the day here, somebody does take the shot. And this is one of the energies that ends the separation phase in the soulmate cycle. I think, though, even though the universe is saying it is forward movement, what's happening here? Okay, I believe you. I still don't think until after the eclipse, during the retrograde kind of time, this particular energy that I'm pulling on actually goes beyond casing the joint out and goes in. Okay, so I'm just going to say that that's how I feel the energy, but that's it. That's your reading. I hope it's all very encouraging on some level. Now again, because of this soulmate cycle and how fast the energy is moving, and because of what I've talked about where there's a hole in it and new energies are coming in, I've been talking about that all year. Any reading I give, especially, where I'm talking about the runner and the incoming energy, that incoming energy could be a new soulmate. It could. It could be somebody who shows up. It could be a soulmate connection that's been dormant for a while until your vibration comes up enough and their vibration comes up enough and they activate. Wonder twin powers activate kind of a thing. So this could be someone new. This could be your original runner. Only you know the answer to that. That's inside your soul. I can't tell you that. I'm just reading the incoming energy. All right. And it could be someone new. I say that in particular because of the Page of Cups. Okay. That energy does represent that kind of newness, if you will. And that again, it can be somebody around you. Somebody, for example, somebody at work got a thing for you, but you don't know about it. They're very in the background, watching you everywhere. You'll pick up on that energy. I gave you the diatribe on spying energy and why it's dangerous, why you need to control it if you're being watched by someone. Because you're going to be watched. And you will. And that energy flows very freely under the current energies right now. So you're going to pick up on it. And if you don't control it, if you don't acknowledge, even if you don't think even if you think Steve's full of shit, nobody watching me. Okay, fine. At least acknowledge to the universe that you don't care if anybody's watching you. Put out a neutral energy to the universe about it so that it doesn't affect you. It doesn't make you second guess tweets you put up and things like that. Right? All right. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please. Yeah, I think they do make a brave, impulsive move here. It's possible. Definitely with that Knight of Wands underneath there. I hope this reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate everybody who likes, shares, and subscribes. Anyway, I have to look. What's underneath the Magician? The Magician underneath the Emperor. Again, I didn't know that was there. I didn't look. Backing up my entire read. I just wanted to make sure. Because I do read that, but I like to get some verification. This is transformation here. This is somebody definitely changing. And that pairs nicely with that Hangman for sure. What's under your lovers? New love coming in, Ace of Cups. We didn't know that was there either, did we? How about that? Yep, I'm right. Steve's right. Steve's right. Steve definitely right. Well, Steve was wrong. Universe corrected a little bit. But I still hold firm. I don't think under this energy, it's more than somebody casing the joint out. But, you know, again, they might make a brave, impulsive action, because underneath this little page of cups, this little scared Star Trek boy, is a brave, impulsive action forward, the Knight of Wands. So it is possible. All right. Either way, you got your 8 of Wands right there. That's your reading. Good luck.